No intro is required. I know you have a short attention span. Let's just get on with the video. First, we have the classic, the sword. Pretty much required if you want to have fun. The base sword has a lot of strengths such as parrying, pogoing, and lifesteal. It has synergies with almost every single weapon in the game. Parrying is its specialty, and you can rack up style really fast with this weapon. It's also good for keeping style, as you can one-shot nooblets to keep your style up. Its raw swinging power, though, is something to be desired. Sure, it's strong, but with its low range, you are better off pulling out literally any other weapon. So yeah, it goes in A tier. Next, we have the paintball gun. It's a little slow, but out of the based weapons in the game, it has the longest range. It also has lifesteal when headshotting. It's quite strong and it has good synergies with most weapons. But it's not very fun to use unless you're a trick-shotting master. B tier. Slingshot. God, this weapon is overpowered. Its base damage, lifesteal, and range are all just okay, but its alternative fire of the coin is ridiculous. The slash of ticks and ricochet is a guaranteed hit to the nearest enemy, and it can deal a lot of damage if you parry the coin repeatedly. 10s across the board, slingshot tier. The rocket launcher is probably the best weapon in the game for damage. Its synergies are the one thing holding it back. It has almost no synergies. It's a rocket launcher. What do you expect? A tier. Okay, time bomb. Let's just get this over with. It's C tier. Super Ball, damage baller, style baller, synergy baller, fun baller tier, ball trowel. It's a complete disappointment. D tier. Flamethrower is probably the best weapon in the game. I'm not even gonna give it a ranking. Slingshot tier. Scatter Blaster is similar to the Ultra Kill shotgun. You can parry your own bullets, and it does good damage. And with the new charge shot, it's a fair A tier. Bazooka, A tier for America. The multi-rocket launcher has less utility, but way more power. Using this thing with the Witch's Brew is so completely insane that it goes in X tier. Freeze Ray has good DPS, but the freeze is kinda mid and it feels slow and clunky, but it is very funny to use, so B tier. The BB gun is very strong. It has good style, and if sniping is your thing, you will love this weapon. S tier. Katana. It brings out the weeb in all of us. Honestly, it's just the cooler Daniel compared to the sword. Better damage, parrying, lifesteal, S tier. Firebrand. In a game where everything is fast-paced, this weapon is slow, but without a doubt it is the most satisfying weapon in the game. Hard to use, but X tier. Ninja Stars, if used right, can deal some of the highest damage per second in the game. It has good pierce, range, and the strongest alternative fire in the game. The Kunai. X tier. The Cannonball at first glance seems pretty mid. It's literally the cheapest upgrade in the game, but it actually has some crazy overpowered synergies, like shooting it with the BB gun or using it with the Slight Skin potion, which allows you to do the funniest style in the game. Slam dunk. A tier. Ahem. Explosive Pinata goes here. The wrench gives you the ability to use more gun. At first, the turret seems like it's the best part about this weapon, but this is actually an illusion. The wrench is insane, great style, okay damage, really funny to use. Parrying becomes easy and you create super reactions all the time, on top of the sentry, which is already very strong, and the sentry can now be embedded with elements. I'm not saying that it doesn't have its drawbacks, but still, slingshot tier. Hammer is funny, but not practical, is what I would say if I was not smart. This weapon is capable of some of the best splash damage in the game. By building walls around yourself and using a rocket launcher, you can obliterate half the enemies on the map. It is very strong, X tier. Subspace Trip Mine is cool, I suppose. It makes this really loud. Remember, this list is 100% fact and cannot be argued with. Bye.